they play for either a social club, university lifestyle, but still good rugby, or they play for a very good, well-supported team of professional university coaches. And that's why I say jokingly, one day the USA is going to beat Samoa in 15, and it will happen in their lifetime. Because there's this huge groundswell of athletes. So the benefits of that are really already showing up in the U.S. There's been a huge improvement in the U.S. USA sevens, and they're starting to show signs of like actual progress with the 15s. Not a rugby powerhouse in the USA, but the support that's showing up in all of the teams and just the raw numbers of people that are beginning to play the game, and then staying with it for 5 to 10 years is going to make a significant difference in the next few years. And that's the roadmap that I think many of the clubs in Finland are embracing, and I'm super excited to play a small part in that.
From a look to the future to a focus on the present as Kuopio prepares to kick off. Yeah, looking pretty exciting. There was some last minute groundworks going on. Apologies for the delayed kickoff. And let's see what we get from here. So relatively deep kickoff. Decent take there from Jakob Wieland, who takes in. Kuopio traditionally pretty good at disrupting around rucks, coming in and stopping the ball from being released quickly. Yeah, now at scrum half looking for options. At the moment, and now we see the effect of Matti Kellerman straight away over the top of the ball and securing a kickable penalty here for Kuopio. Matti has actually been playing rugby for as long as rugby pretty much has been in Finland, and as an example of an open side, over the ball, he is one of the most disruptive forces in the game.
Yeah, so what just happened there is when you get tackled with the ball, you have to very quickly release the ball. And then there's a competition between the two teams to see who can win it. And the Warriors in gold were trying to push the opposition away from the ball and secure it so they could run another phase, so continue to advance with their attack. If you don't release quick enough, if you're not in the right position but the opposition is, then that becomes a penalty and a turnover. And when you're close enough to the uprights like this, they can attempt a penalty kick, which would be worth 3 points if in fact it goes to the uprights. And it does.
Nice kick there. From experience, I remember that Mr. Koska lineman is pretty lethal within 30 metres of the punch, so the Warriors are going to have to be on their best behaviour from now on. Now the Warriors have an opportunity to disrupt. The conditions are pretty wet, which can have an effect on handling, so a decent kick here with a decent chase could put some pressure on the ball.
So one of the most important ideas in rugby is maintaining possession of the ball. They can't score, they can't hurt you if you can keep possession of the ball. So when it's wet and slippery like this, it's muddy, everyone's a little bit slower on their feet, the ball slides around quite a bit. It gets a little messy sometimes. So maintaining good control of the ball is just that much more important on a sloppy, beautiful Saturday rugby day.
So the ball bounced before going into touch, which means that Kuopio are going to get the throw in. First set piece of the day. Let's see what the accuracy is like into the catch and the throw.
So this is a jump ball that is controlled by the team that throws it in, if you haven't seen this before. And the ball is in. Not clean.
Looks like a knock-on there from Kuopio first. Yeah, followed by a knock-on there from Mr. Sincalo Nunez, very spottable with his slim shady there. So the Warriors are going to have a scrum now, and there's been some changes actually in the Warriors pattern recently, so looks like there's quite a lot of weight and power. Kuopio actually traditionally has a half-decent scrum, and they've caused us problems in the past. So this is the first opportunity to get some front football, establishing dominance.
Oh, free kick to Kuopio for an infringement on some variety. So this is the other kind of set piece that you're going to see, the scrum. And this is essentially a pushing battle to win possession of the ball.
It looks like George is actually going to give us a second chance. The scrum is one of the areas of the game in which, there is some debate about trying to make it a bit smoother and a bit cleaner so we don't have endless resets. George, a very good communicator as a referee, is probably laying the law down there and trying to make sure that we can get smooth service and the game can really quickly.
Yeah, many times scrums just simply don't work for reasons that are not an infringement or a penalty. And the referee is looking to make sure that it's safe and that everybody's doing their jobs properly so we can restart. 8-man pickup.
Yeah, good pressure there from Kuopio. The Warriors were slightly on the back foot, probably something they need to consider here. That's a good carry from Atsu Again, he's been quite involved in the first couple of phases. Costi with a good carry. Warriors are actually making some ground here, which is what you want from the pack. So it makes it a bit more difficult to defense, then to realign. Couple slow phases again. Excellent tackle there from Myllypuro, putting pressure on and forcing the turnover, and now it's going to be Kuopio's pickup.
So when the ref raises his hand all the way over his head, it's a big penalty, and when his gesture is a little more subdued, it's a small penalty. So a knock-on when you lose the ball forward and you fail to control the ball is simply a turnover to the other team in a scrum, which is a contested way to restart the game. Major penalties are not contested, so the team that commits the penalty is punished more. So this is a minor penalty.
Kuopio putting good weight through into the scrum. Warriors on the back foot yet again, and being adventurous, especially in this kind of weather, running the ball out outside of their 22, which means that they would have to kick and not directly into touch if the kicker receives the ball inside the 22 now.
Lots of pressure by the Warriors here.
Yeah, good defence. The Kuopio ball carriers are taking the ball standing still at the moment. They need to run onto the ball and get some more forward momentum because the Warriors are just lining them up.
Yes, it's critical to have as much speed and momentum as you can when you first touch the ball. Starting from a standing stop position, it gives your opponent much more time to build up speed to then hit you and drive you back. This is very much a momentum game as well as a possession game. So you have to do everything you can to build physical, personal momentum to advance the ball. Otherwise, you're literally on the back foot and you get run over by the other guys, who are very keen to do that.
Have you ever found yourself in the depths of the scrum?
I have. A gentleman of my size is not likely to play hooker, but I have in fact played a fair bit of hooker.
In these kinds of conditions, the footing can be a little bit tragic. There you go, Kuopio with the turnover. That is really well controlled.
Unfortunately. So Kuopio gets a scrum all the way up here and has been able to relieve significant pressure. Having the ball very close to your own goal line is risky and dangerous. If you make a mistake, it's very easy for the other guys to capitalize on it. And it's raining pretty hard now, so it's going to be a sloppy, slow game where the ball squirts around a lot. So you should see quite a bit of kicking if anybody's inside their own 22-meter line. As we just did.
Yeah. At the moment, in these first few exchanges around the set piece, especially in the scrum. The Kuopio weight is definitely showing. They are on both Warriors ball and Kuopio ball advancing forward, which is going to make it extremely difficult for Anthony Martinez, Warriors hooker, to get the ball back.
So there's significant advantages to being able to put the ball in for a scrum, and about the only way to disrupt that is to just out-push the opposition.
Which the Warriors did do then, I have to say.
Which we just saw. So those scrums are a real battle. There's a lot of fighting going on. There's a penalty of some variety, I think, not releasing the ball again. The Warriors opted to pick and go quickly, and they've made about 25 meters from the sideline.
An injection pace into the game there from Tumpy, and also a very good turnover ball from one of the Warriors forwards. When the Warriors have had the ball, they are moving onto the ball in general, and they are making momentum, same thing again. And now we're pretty close to the line, and
Looks like another knock-on there.
looks that way. So Warriors put in very close to the Kuopio line. Let's see if they can continue with the momentum of what I saw was a good leg drive from that last scrum. However, the Kuopio set piece is pretty mighty, so this is going to be a very vital part of the game here. Who can establish dominance?
Absolutely. So what we just saw was a very quick series of phases. We saw 4 or 5 quick runs, which didn't allow much time for Kuopio to get organized in their defense. So if you can make 5 or 6 short stabs of 5 or 7 meters and keep the other guys on the back foot, it gets very difficult for them to slow you down and to keep you away from the goal line. And on a wet, sloppy day like that, oftentimes the conditions and the slippery ball is the thing that saves those defenders. So
Looks like a minor infraction. Yeah, looks like a minor infraction from Warriors. Perhaps an early hook, I believe, because it is a free kick, not like a penalty. If Kuopio elects to kick the touch, that's going to be Warriors throwing. If it was a full penalty, it would be Kuopio throwing. It looks like the ball is thrown in field and they're testing the hands of the fullback. Good take there from Antilani. It's a typical lazy run, finding good space down the left foot.
that was about 30 meters. That's the longest run we've seen so far today.
Actually, Sintama Nunez took the ball standing a bit still there, but the Warriors managed to recycle. A little kick over the top, there was some space there, the fullback and the wing had preserved the space. And that's a good net result if you are a Warriors fan.
So the referee put his hand out to the Warriors side, which indicated that there was a penalty, but he chose to continue the play and offer an advantage because what was happening on the field was the Warriors. So he was playing the advantage towards the side that did not commit the penalty. Pierre decided to kick the ball, and they took it out, so they had a chance to have a penalty back or a line out up, and the Warriors opted for the line out up while kick it was.
It's a good thrown catch. Kuopio did not contest. They're focusing on the defensive drive. Looks like the Warriors have reorganised. The Kuopio extremely strong in the defensive drive there on the ball. Looks like we now have a ruck. And that's great. A basic running there for that particular touching down under the post.
So what we saw after the line out was instead of throwing the ball out right away, there was this big blob of players right into the ball. It's called a maul. And really what that word, but you can get mauled in there. We call it that for a reason. So you have a player standing on his feet with the ball, and his side is pushing, and twisting that ball, trying to go forward. At a certain point, you typically get stopped, and the ball goes to the ground and it becomes a ruck. And a ruck is the same thing that happens after the play of the tackle, and that's an opportunity to start another phase and continue on the attack. At that point, we saw the ball come out and the runner squeak through a few defenders, and importantly, be able to run into the try zone but near the post. So when you put the ball down underneath the post, you can kick the conversion from a straight line out to where it touches the ground. Much easier to convert and get the 2 points when you're under the post versus outside.
Conditions have progressed from Finnish summer to Welsh winter, now to tropical Thailand. I'm hoping that there's enough air to breathe out there because I think it's going to get a little bit spicy soon in terms of footing. But we've been pretty lucky so far. That's a good high kick with a great chase. A bit loose there from the Warriors, taking the ball back. And it looks like there is an injury to the Warriors somewhere. Although he is French and Spanish, so who knows what's going through his mind at this moment.
Hard as a nail, that guy. Nice as can be, but one of the tougher gentlemen of his size I've met in a long time in this game.
That was actually a very good. That was actually a very good kickoff. Restart there from Kuopio. A nice high ball with a good chase as well. Which put pressure on the Warriors players to not take a clean catch and to knock it backwards. And yeah, cleaning up like all good scrum halves, he took a pretty decent kick from a 110-kilo man running straight into it.
Which is to be avoided on the best of days.
So now the game can resume. We've actually got a closer look here at the situation. Warriors have got pretty good low body angles. I would say that perhaps Kuopio were turning in a bit there. Good defence there from Atsu, but it looks like there was an infringement from the scrum. Perhaps Kuopio turning into the scrum a little bit on the loosehead side. And Thomas Kennel currently has an opportunity to clear. I promise I will not say anything about his red cycling shorts he is wearing underneath his rugby shorts, which do not look in any way strange.
No, why would you comment about that at any rate? So on a penalty, when you kick the ball out of bounds, it's also your throwing. So now we should be able to see a little closer what goes on in the jump ball. We are likely, but who knows, to see 1 or 2 players lifted by their mates to get quite a bit of height. Yep. That was well taken by the old man.
Yes, you have Rugby cleaning up there. That was not the cleanest take again. Good break from Pumpy. And as play progresses, now let's see if they can recycle quickly. So quick ball coming out. Good service, although the conditions beginning to show as a catchable ball there was dropped by the Warriors, and there was an opportunity to counter-attack. Great pick-up, I believe, by Atsu, and we are now in a good attacking position. The big man, the sofa, taking it straight up the middle, but unfortunately loses the ball forward, and we now need a safe pair of hands on this because, yes, it is starting to descend into chaos.
Quite a bit going on there. I think we ended up with a knock-on at some point. So the referee has opted to call for a scrum. It's a scrum of gold because the black locked the ball forward. It was a little bit somewhere in the mess of activity.
Conditions like this, it's good to focus on the fundamentals. It's the clean, simple passes, take the ball in, get the ball to the ground, recycle, and wherever possible, do not put your teammates under pressure.
So the referee wasn't quite happy with how everyone came together and was lined up. He's looking to make sure that everybody's hips and backs are straight and that the push goes straight through each other. He does not like to see anybody turning one way or the other or starting to push at an angle. He'll call for a reset if he thinks things are not stopping and starting stopping.
The mysterious dark arts of the front row. These are big men, these are quiet men, these are also men who enjoy their skullduggery and treachery. Looks like an infringement on the far side, perhaps pushing before the ball came in. And Warriors get an opportunity to try and kick through what is fast becoming Forrest Gump level range.
Commercial downpour, typhoon, springtime in Finland, right?
Beautiful stuff. Now, as in second round of the sun, what is really important is that the jumper actually tries to get two hands to the ball. Instead of clapping back, especially if they are going out uncontested, because they can place fast on the corners. Good question there actually from the lineup from Kuopio. Actually, Pacifica Lunas cleaning up the end, and we are seeing a penalty because he decided to roll that extra toe on the floor, which is not really allowed to do these days. So again, we need to have a little bit of time to position the body and to make one movement, but not two. So I think the referee is going forward with an extra movement and trying to take on. So Kuopio took the ball out of bounds directly, so that means it's still the sideline. And we'll get there. The finish for a second opportunity to see what the bottom throwing in. Good position for us with that. This is struggling to turn to see what all happening here. I would say this part of the field, the middle ball is usually a good option, and then you can get the ball out and get the backs attacking. That's a good take. A little bit undersold in scrum a half there by dropping the ball on the floor, and Warriors will have an opportunity to get down the field in a tight position. It's a good kick into space. Long scrum half, could go all the way. No, it's actually still in play. And Duncan's dropping some space and making an effort to clear. Still, the ball is in play. Quite a cheeky little chip there, which is a release to Kuopio line front winger. And a good contest which has slowed the ball down on the floor. Looks like it was picked up by George, who see how the play is progressing, and Ossie with a big carry. Actually over the ball. Promising attack from Kuopio.
So when you have 30 men or women playing the game that moves quickly, there are times when the referee simply can't see everything. So no fault to the referee noticing a minor confusion.
Excellent counter-attack in rugby here. Thomas Myllypuro wants to speed the pace of the game up and finding space, giving a great ball to Costi, Escola, and then onto Laddie. But it seems the ball has been turned over again. Both teams have to look after the ball better. There are too many turnovers going on. The conditions do play a part, but the great thing in particular is pretty much a free-for-all at the moment in terms of who is going to keep hold of the ball.
We have an injury on the field. It looks like Tim may need a blood sub. He seems to have caught a knock on the side of the space. Quick little bit of mandatory attention. Seems all right, but it looks like a small cut to us. So the ref will take a look and make sure that he's being taken care of properly and make a decision if he can continue or if he needs a blood sub, a substitute, so we can sort out whatever's going on with this cut.
I remember back in the 80s and 90s, well the 90s when I was playing, that the solution at this point would be the tub of Vaseline, liberally applied into said wound, and staunch said flow of said red crimson liquid.
Yeah, rub some dirt on it. It's about the best medical care that you can get. And the thinking was not very advanced about player safety. In all honesty, rugby is very long way.
Did the magic sponge exist in US rugby? Because our medical kit consisted of a bucket of water with a sponge in it. And no matter what happened, that bucket of water and sponge went on whichever part of your body was hurting. And then you got a tap on the back and you got told to carry on.
No, fortunately medical science in the United States trickled down enough to rugby to not require the use of rubbing dirty water into whatever the wound might be.
The magic sponge. And of course that bucket was then repurposed as a toilet on the bus going back home if the toilet was not present. A little bit of pressure there being placed on the Warriors fly half, and that kick has gone straight out.
So when you kick the ball straight out and you're not behind your own 22, that's essentially a mistake. So the other team gets the ball back because you kicked it out, but they get it back where you kicked it. So you don't have a chance to trade possession of the ball for field possession. You just give them the ball right where you had it last. So it's an unfortunate thing to give that benefit to the ball.
Kuopio unopposed winning the ball at the back of the line-out. However, some of the passing there was either lateral or behind the player, which has meant Kuopio actually lost a little bit of ground. Once again, this is something that they probably would need to work on there. That's a good step, releasing, and there is actually an opportunity here to attack down the flank. Thomas Finland disrupting there.
So one of the things that I'm seeing as a pattern at this point is Kuopio does quite well when they get the ball to the outside, but they're not able to make much progress near the rucks. So the Warriors defense is quite firm near the ball, where Kuopio is finding success is when everyone can complete their passes, difficult in the weather, of course. But when they get the ball outside, they find a little more space, they can get up the field a little bit. They're also kicking the ball towards space in the hopes that they can scoop it up because it is so sloppy. So they're basically doing high risk but high reward tackles because they're not finding much success close to the breakdown space to the left of this one.
What we saw just then was the Warriors losing the ball at the front of the line-out. Kuopio actually matching the Warriors in terms of position. They've got at a level or if not a bit in front of the Warriors, and also the lift is quite straight. Knock-on progressing to penalty. The Warriors elect to play quickly and to make ground. However, George is going to call them back. George Mossford, son of Mr. Mossford, who is running the touchline over there. Okay, a little bit of a word with Ossi and Matti, I believe. So Ossi Aro and Matti Keranen to
So the penalty was severe enough. Usually when the ref deems something was done intentionally, an intentional break of the rules, to warrant a yellow card, which means Kuopio will have one player on the sidelines for 10 minutes. It's now 14 to 15 players, and that is a significant and meaningful advantage. This is a very dangerous time for Kuopio.
But I don't believe that is Matti Keranen, the open side. We'll want to get the number of let you know who's actually gone off the field. But as that progresses, Warriors now have an attacking line out. Very good, strong position here for a driving maul from the line out, or some other sort of skullduggery or shenanigans.
So a clean line out is essential. You don't want to lose the opportunity of being a man up and that's close to the try.
Elementary mistake there, where the ball has not been thrown in straight. Most likely the ball has been thrown more over to the Warriors side, which is going to give an unfair advantage to actually claim that ball, and now Kuopio have the chance to clear lines from the defensive square.
So this would be a maximum effort scrum for the Warriors. They're going to want to push as hard as they possibly can to disrupt the ball coming out for Kuopio. If they can blow up that other scrum, they can win a penalty, or perhaps actually win the ball. Either would be bad news for one team and great news for the other.
It's an action push with the ball coming out before going the full 90. And we are seeing a knock-on once again from the Warriors. I believe that was the open side flank of Jaakko Vilen driving on the ball and perhaps spilling it before it goes over the line.
It's difficult to see from here, but it seems like the ball may have actually been over the try line. It's super important to be very, very clear that you're controlling the ball as you cross that line and put it down, because you have to touch the ball to the ground with control, or it's not a try. You're not actually scoring. So again, a dangerous scrum for Kuopio. They need to get that ball away from your goal line.
Pretty solid put in. However, once again, the unknowable esoteric mysteries of the scrum mean that there is a stopping play here. I think what's happening is that both teams understand the urgency of this particular scrum, and there's some eagerness to actually start pushing before the ball is in.
Yeah, that's a typical thing that happens. It's not really an infraction. The ref will give everyone a chance to get it right. A second time, possibly a third time, then he starts giving people warnings and then he starts calling penalties.
Okay, so the scrum half actually kicked the ball back into the scrum there, the Kuopio scrum half, and now we are seeing a quick tap and carry once again from the Warriors pack. They're going to try and go blind, and it's a steal! And excellent work there. Being well chased and actually with a very good option to continue to move the ball down the field. Very good defensive play there. Perhaps tackling the Warriors man before he got up from his feet, but the play is going on. And a great bit of anticipation there from the Kuopio back, which has now led to an 80-yard swing in territory. Thomas Finnall clears the lines. Ball is still in. And it looks like maybe the Warriors' chase was also offside as well. So Kuopio, with a great bit of initiative and game reading there, have now managed to get themselves a good field position, possibly to launch an attack from an upcoming line-out.
All of this with the man down now, so they were in a very vulnerable position and were able to make a huge reverse. All of this, of course, is taking time off the clock, which helps them just get back to that 15 to 15.
Yeah, this is the type of game. Just a technical discussion here about the volume here.
Okay, back to the line out then. Clean ball.
And that's a knock-on. Yeah. This is the sort of game that's going to suit Kuopio at the moment. Lots of stop-start, not really so much in the way of continuity and flow. And blood substitution has been made. returns back to the field. But yeah, this is exactly what Kuopio would have wanted, aside from not being able to actually score on the scoreboard during this period.
So in that last exchange, it was actually right in front of where we're sitting. You can see very clearly how difficult it is to just execute the simple thing that everyone practices thousands of times, catching and passing the ball. And that ball is right. It's just pure murder to secure.
Rock solid scrum from both parties there, and a quick switch and play, looking to stop the Kuopio backstrip and to find some space down the left flank, which has resulted in 10-15 metre gain in territory for the Warriors. A bit slow service there to Warriors 8 was actually standing still, and as a result it looks like there's been a turnover and possibly some choice words shared with the referee, which is a no-go in rugby, which has resulted in the ball being moved 10 metres back.
So the referee has called the two captains in to remind them that only the captain is allowed to speak with the referee. This game requires of its players a great deal of respect of the referee, but also of the other players. This isn't a game that's for everybody. So if you can get out here and play this game, then you are required to afford a certain amount of respect to other people that can also do it.
Looks like an attempt at the post might be made. He's definitely got the range on him. He's got a bit of a howitzer. Mr. Kostelinen. Or is it Mr. Nico? I forget. But he has definitely got the range here. But what can happen is a tendency, especially in the wet conditions, to try and give it a good whack, or a good wang, as my brother would say. So he's just got to be aware of his footing and this should sail through the posts.
Well, he's relatively straight on to the post. It's not a particularly challenging angle. It's a fair bit of distance, and he has the wind behind him, which is actually lightened up a little bit, as has the wind. That's a little short, literally. It's a live ball. Here's the counterattack.
It's a good clearance there.
Not straight out. Good clearance there, and now it's inside. So, line out for Kuopio, close to midfield.
So once again, clean ball here is going to be the modus operandi. Middle ball is actually, once again, you can throw it from the front, middle, or back of the line. I do prefer middle ball because it means that you can pass the ball wider earlier and put less pressure on your scrum half and give the defence a bit of time to move. But Kuopio, once again, passing backwards and standing still. Accuracy of service, passing in front of the ball with players running onto the ball is really going to help them make some progress up the field. And that's a great take by Mr. The K train once again delivering, running through that station.
So when you have to catch the ball, you're a little vulnerable, to say the very least. And from time to time, like, you just have to be there and wait for the ball to get to you. From time to time, there's an opposition player who's moving toward you with firm intent, shall we say. And that was a great example of a clean, solid hit that did, in fact, disrupt the play. That next pass wasn't a good one, and that's where the knock-on came. And it's now Warriors' ball because Costi delivered a pretty solid hit.
Both sides seem to have sorted out some initial teething problems in the scrum, and Thomas Finland taking the ball up, but Matti Käärinen straight in over the top, and I believe that's interesting. I would have actually reversed that penalty the other way. I felt that Matti was in on time, but George saw it differently. And now the Warriors have a chance to advance the position and get something going off an attacking line now.
bit of a flanker on the players level there.
The line-outs are going to be key today because I do believe there's going to be lots of knock-ons and infringements and clearances to touch. So the team that gets the line-out going, the clean catch, actually passing the ball and then running forward off the line-out, I think is going to have a significant advantage.
So when it's wet and sloppy like this, the play calling gets a little more conservative. It's hard to get clean balls, so you do simple things instead of complex ones. And the line out is a basic thing. You can do a bunch of fancy stuff with it. But that was middle jumper, 2 hands, easy catch, down to your line. Still a ball.
Yeah.
Still making progress here.
Ball's broken down. Managed to get to the ground, which was extremely important. Didn't. The ball would have gone to Kuopio, but relatively quick ball here from the Warriors, moving down the line, and that's a knock-on. Although it looks as though there has been advantage play, possibly for an offside.
Yes, offside by Kuopio. That was a great movement though. Through the hands to a number of players to get the ball all the way outside where it was fixed. Here's a quick jab through by Kuopio.
Putting pressure on, and it's very important to clear the lines here, but that hit has been charged down. We're now going to guess what's happening because there's a player enclosure in the way. But it appears that Kuopio had recycled. And Warriors offside there, or a high tackle, I believe. Yes, looks like a high tackle. So the seatbelt tackle, which used to be semi-legal, is 100% not legal anymore, meaning that one tackling arm would actually go over the shoulder of the player that you're tackling. Everything below the shoulder these days, no exceptions.
And again, that's a player safety rule that goes a long way to retrain people from the older side of the rugby where frankly more injuries. So the lower the tackler gets, the less likely anybody is to get hit.
Yeah, the old Samoan ankle tap has been phased out of the game. Once again, another line-out. Probably the predominant position in this first half so far. Let's see what Kuopio can do with it. That's good pressure there from the Warriors. We've got it in front of the Kuopio man. And once again, there is a lot of space in the outfield, but that has got it on the full, and Kuopio will have the opportunity to have a 22 or a scrum from the position where the ball was kicked.
So rugby does have a number of fairly intricate rules. When the attacking team kicks the ball all the way out through the try zone, then that's essentially deemed as their mistake, and the other team gets a couple of choices at the 22-meter line. It looks like we're going to have another scrum here. Now the rain seems to have lightened up quite a bit, but it is still going to be mighty slick out there.
It's going to be slick. The scrums, both sides seem to have done a bit of work there. That's a good early push with the leg drive from the Warriors. Let's see how that is interpreted. Looks like a fair contest, and Kuopio going to have the ball once again. What you can do is drive, and if the scrum turns just because of physical advantage or body weight position advantage, that is okay, but you cannot actively run the scrum sideways to try and turn it around and secure the ball. That would be a penalty, but that seemed like a fair contest.
Yeah, it does happen, at which point it's just a restart. Now, what the referee is going to be looking for is how people are lined up. If your back is straight, you're going to put it away. If you're trying to do something you're not supposed to, your back will not be straight. And that's the key indicator that the referee is.
Okay.
Decide if it's a penalty or a deal.
Thomas Finland there appears to have taken a little bang on the head. Warriors will retain the ball because the Kuopio defenders were not back 10 metres, and they're going to the free kick is going to be taken again. Good carry once maybe a bit high body angle, but he's still fighting Mr. Sintel Williams. You don't really want to run up right into these Kuopio boys. They're a rough, tough bunch of lads, and I remember an incident in the game last year where it looked like one of our players had been hit by a sofa falling off a truck with one of the Kuopio boys, so don't run into them upright. But there's some space there. That's a good draw and pass there from the hook, and once again Hyppyäinen Matias, the outside centre, finds space. Simple, quick hands, forward momentum, crisp passes, and then you end up with opportunities.
So one of the things that players tend to do is get tired, and it makes it harder for you to get farther out in your defensive end. You also worry much more about what's going to happen where the ball is. So maybe you delay your decision to move out towards your position to cover your space. And as a result, you'll get 2 or 3 extra opponents outside. So the offense always looks for that. And when they see that, they quickly try and pass the ball through as many hands as they can to get around the outside. So having an advantage in numbers on the outside, then you can deliver the ball cleanly. Almost always means a good advance up the field. And when you're close to the enemy line, it often means you can sweep someone across that line for 5 more points. Plus 2 because I believe they need to do it.
Divisions made. So half time now, and I believe the score is 14 points to 3. Yeah, Patrick, so line out and ball retention once again. Opportunity here, because the best teams in the world, the All Blacks of the world, even if they're kicking the ball away, this is an opportunity to perhaps regain possession with a good chase. So let's see what sort of marker the Warriors put down and what Kuopio's defensive capabilities are from receiving the ball. So relatively low and flat and straight out, so a bit of a knuckleball there. Yeah. Nothing to do with the cycling shorts, of course. So
Tumpy's got quite a boost. He can pick that ball farther than most people I've seen, frankly. And on a day like today when it's wet, the ball's a little heavier, it's a bit harder to judge. And just the shape of the rugby ball, you kind of don't really know where it's going to go. You certainly don't know how it's going to bounce. So scrum midfield, put in the black. Everybody's had a bit of a rest in the breather, so the Warriors, I think, are going to try and disrupt this and push right over.
Traditionally, this is a big spot to actually attack from. Here, Warriors number 9 putting pressure on the scrum half, and it is a turn off. Probably looking to stay on his feet quite a lot today and looking to offload from the tackle. Another knock on, and the ball being lost a little bit once again. I can see there seems to be a development of trying to offload in the tackle and keeping the ball alive on the Warriors team.
Yeah, they're focusing on it. It's difficult with the weather conditions. The rain is mostly stopped, but it's still soaking wet. Now that last exchange, Black had a knock on and it was an advantage for gold. The ref decided to play on. At a certain point, that advantage expires, and then gold knocked on, and now we have a scrum back.
The referee, George Mosford, reminding the front rows what a scrum is, because they might have forgotten in the half-time period and kept actually engaged with scrum. And that's a pretty clean hook there from the Kuopio side, and a good scrum. Now, passing in front and running onto the ball at pace. You need to get there to secure, that's a good secure, a good latch. And Kuopio are in a pretty decent position here.
Nicely defended by the Warriors from the scrum. The attacker did not get to the ground.
Bit standing still there, and there's no question of that is a good reload. It was pretty much like having,
a little risky to kick the ball.
Oh, and that's a knock on. And that is a knock on. So a net advantage there for Kuopio. Once again, a couple of the big guys taking the ball standing still did put them under pressure, but like nicely cleaned up with that kick and an unforced area from the Warriors fullback, which has led to the scrum and a promising position. Yeah, the Kuopio outside centre, number 14, is an excellent player, very strong runner, very strong in defence as well, and with Matti Kärrinen standing out in midfield at the moment, I've got a feeling that they're going to try and get these guys on the ball. Okay, Matti realising that it's not a line-out and it's a scrum, he's probably wanted elsewhere on the pitch.
Look like they're second for a minute. It's only the second.
You can see the weight coming through from Kuopio. Just big guys. That's an excellent defence effort there. Now the knees into the force, so that is now becoming right. Because of that defensive effort from the scrum half, that has caused confusion, which is pretty much ended up in a turnover.
He picked up the ball in the ruck and then put it back down. You can't. Once you move the ball around to keep it on the ground to get ready to do your next play. But if you actually pick the thing up, that allows the other team to come in. You can't take them out. You can't fuss with that too much. So Brooks saw that for the penalty, ball and kick. Warriors.
Defence has been something that's been working well for Warriors today. I've been pretty impressed with the line speed, and from 1 through 15, everybody seems to be putting pressure on the ball.
Tackling on both sides is firm. No one's missed big tackles. With some sizable hits. Make me appreciate my warm, dry seat on the sidelines today. These boys are competing in every sense.
Short 5-man there, and relatively clean take from Atsu, and now the ball is in a good position at the back of the maul with good disruption there from Kuopio, but nicely recycled by Warriors. Body position's a little bit high from both teams, quite honestly. The team that gets lower here and gets set is actually going to start going forward. And it looks like yes, so the ball carrier most likely disengaged and then re-engaged, which then basically made it offside.
So mauls are technical and tricky. And we're completely not used in the game for about 15 years and just kind of made a big comeback as a tactic. If you can keep forward momentum, you can go all the way down the field. If you have nothing to do with your body position, you can really create a big advantage.
Good strong carry there from the Warriors. Not releasing, yeah. So the tackler most likely forgot that he had to let go of the ball of the tackler. And now the Warriors once again have an opportunity to kick and once again have an opportunity for round. I'm going to get some middle ball off the top once again. Or maybe they get that targeting more forward. That ball is going to stay in field, and that's a good catch and an excellent kick from the outside of the boot. But nicely fielded by the Warriors, who now have the ball back. Lammy once again, who's been seeing a lot of the ball. There's a bit of an opportunity here for Tumpy, who's straightened up very well, very well. Excellent running from Thomas Finnow. Now, Warriors recycled, but excellent defence there from the right wing of Kuopio, the number 14, Timo Savalainen. And now what we have is the Battle of Helm's Deep. There's going to be meat flying at meat, trying to see if they can brute force their way over for the try. Hugs with the traditional slam into the Kuopio wall.
The ball is 5 meters away from the line, and this is this is the hardest meter in the game.
Same tactics as a stampede, I would say, at this point.
Penalty advantage to goal. Not rolling away is my guess.
Kuopio actually doing a good job of not being sucked into the ruck, and which is actually making it a bit more difficult for the Warriors. But there's a penalty here for perhaps an offside, I'm guessing.
I think that's the original penalty advantage. When you're that close to the goal line, your penalty advantage is long. It's generous. If you commit a penalty down at the try line, you get punished for that because you're preventing the opportunity for this team to fairly score.
Possibly going in relatively high there, and I'm going to stop saying relatively because I've said it a lot in the last 30 seconds. But that's a turnover, and Vile Ranka with the ball. Oh,
Warriors get it back. Oh, but
going back to the knock-on.
Unfortunate.
The ball is like money. It's hard to earn, and you've got to stop wasting it. Just don't throw that bit of wisdom, mate. Stop treating it like a credit card.
As a man who enjoys metaphor, that's a good one.
So I've seen the Kuopio scrum re-establishing a little bit of dominance in the past few exchanges, and the Warriors now, if they want to regain the ball, a good early foot drive, make man shove could be one way to do it, and the initial shove is there. There's been some disruption here, once again, I believe, taking advantage of a younger scrum half who is not clearing the ball out straight away.
So in that last scrum, the Warriors really disrupted things by putting Kuopio on the back foot, and made it really difficult for the scrum half to get the ball out. That made him vulnerable to the other scrum half, and resulted in just a no forward movement play, where Kuopio didn't have much choice except for trying to put the ball away.
It's extremely difficult when the ball and the scrum is moving around to dig it out and actually to spread the ball away. I think that is causing problems at the moment for Kuopio in defence. So the Kuopio 9 just needs to focus on getting that ball in his hands early and passing even off the foot in one movement. So Pierre, the Warriors number 9 doesn't have a chance to attack him. Short ball, uncontested at the front. A lot of meat is about to truck up there, but that's great, great tackle.
Two of the largest strengths on the field.
Yeah.
Nice clean tackle.
Not really going anywhere at the moment, I would say. But they are starting to get the big boys running forward onto the ball, which is good. And this is the problem. The problem is that the ball carrier is only one part of the equation, and the Kuopio guys who are following up to actually secure the ruck were a little bit late, which gave the Warriors a chance to get in. That is an excellent kick from the spindle, and there is a great opportunity here for a 5-meter attacking line-out.
So we haven't talked about this yet, but as you join the ruck, the competition for the ball after a tackle, you have to come in directly from behind. You cannot come in from the side of it. So someone came in from the side from Kuopio, and that was what the penalty was.
What would you do if you were back in the days when you actually found yourself as a hooker? What would be your call?
Well, I hate to give this guy credit, but I would call the old corn on the cob. I'd have the prop turn around and throw the ball directly to the prop at the 5-meter line, and we'd probably get 6 yards up before a terrified wing would try and tackle a He-Man down. Because that's what prop looks like. Excellent maul, in for the try.
That's a good try. That's a good try. That was a textbook try. I was slightly surprised at the lack of defensive friction there from the Kuopio players. They seem to stand off a little bit. I was expecting a little bit more of an aggressive defensive push there, but the ball got to the back and Anthony Martinez scoring what I'm sure he will tell us was a 90-yard weaving dash in the bar later today.
It required every ounce of strength that a mere mortal can possess. So that was kind of an interesting movement. What Kuopio should have expected was a driving maul. They should have expected the ball to go to the middle and then immediately to the middle. So why they laid off and didn't commit their full pass to the Warriors' full pass is a little surprising. So that's a bit wide, so that's going to be 5 points for the try and 9 points for the conversion.
You can see the possibly the greasiness of the pitch is making the kickers on both sides think about their foot placement. They don't let it slip, so the kicking range has been a little bit reduced, I would say.
Yeah, kicking is remarkably difficult. And, imagine what might be going on in your head about, I really want to make that kick work. But with weird weather conditions, bad footing, slippery pitch, wet ball, and also a very difficult wind up as that as well. It's just not easy.
Nice shot, opportunity for a restart. Kuopio have been pretty good at restarts, but unfortunately that has not gone 10 metres, so Warriors are going to have a scrum in the middle of the pitch. I used to love attacking ball from here, but actually you've really got to think about what you're doing. Any thoughts on how to set up an attack and defence from here?
You know, I was literally just thinking, oh, I love scrum in the middle. So I played number 9 primarily. So there's just a lot of sneaky, intricate, misdirection stuff that you can do from here. So it's really, really hard to defend. You can easily put 1 or 2 extra players to one side to get your opponents to mark those men, and then quickly do some misdirection and get a couple other guys to go the other way. We do have an injured player coming up.
Looks like it's the Kuopio inside centre, Jonas Koskelainen, who's also the kicker. That's a bit of a blow.
Yeah, you want to keep the good on the pitch. Looks like he's going to be okay. This could be about time for a substitution.
Or the magic sponge.
Or he could have really got walloped too, I didn't quite see.
There was a knock on there that might have been missed, but looks like George, as always, spotted it. So, promising opportunity there for attack. Haven't really seen more than 3 or 4 phases strung together so far this game, which, yes, the conditions are part of it, but I think the team can do that, is going to score pretty much.
Yeah, it's mostly slap rating, but it's going to be sloppy. So the simple moves that are done cleanly are better than win territory.
Yeah, my days in South Wales, I think sloppy was basically what I considered normal.
I can imagine a different ways.
Yeah. Excellent cut back inside there at Hollister from Villa the Kuopio 13. It looks like Warriors have turned over, and Yoga Jesus passes on to Tim, and that's a good drawing pass, and Matthias should have passed out to Santi on the wing. That was a missed opportunity. He didn't turn his head to see the player. Juha coming on at pace, the number 8, and Kuopio need to organise their defence. They're doing a good job of not being sucked into the ruts, but that is an overlap of about 41. Yes! Once again, that 12-13 channel providing the space for the Warriors to cut through.
So interesting choice for Tumpy there. He could have passed the ball very easily to any of the 3 players who was outside. There was only 2 defenders there, so that basically, if you don't make a mistake, you're going to score. But he's such an elusive runner and has a great deal of confidence in his game, as well as should. So he found a small path to weave and did the most valuable thing. He was able to put the ball down directly underneath the post. You can now see that he's going to be kicking from straight onto the post. This is a chip shot that's infinitely easier to do than anything that's off to the side more
Yeah, those Kuopio defenders had several options which they had to cover, which caused confusion, which meant that a good player like Tumpy spotted the gap inside and just sauntered into the posts.
Yeah, he's one of those players with tremendous instincts to find a little bit of space. He knows exactly how much space he needs, and he knows how to find it. He's very challenging in order to do that.
Perhaps we're starting to see, as the game progresses, Kuopio really now needs to start getting the guys to the phases, because I am starting to see, the Kuopio backs, running onto the ball at pace, but they need to start securing that ball. And there's some big boys out there, and it can get pretty difficult to get around the pitch. So if they focus on that, I'd love to see Kuopio present more of an attacking threat now and get into the posts.
Yeah, they're going to need to support each other a little better. When Kuopio does have the ball and they find a space, it's breakaway where there's not enough offensive players to protect the ball to win the next phase. So they're doing some wonderful things and really creating some dangerous situations for the Warriors, but they don't have enough people on hand to maintain the possession after they do that hard work. So they're just not capitalizing on the efficiently as they need to.
Kuopio in a good position here. That ball was out, and that was smart play once again from Tumpy, who has secured the ball for the Warriors. And with the ball outside of the 22, there's no real option or angle to kick with Tumpy in the ruck. But outside centre, might be trying to spot a bit of space. But I have to say, this fullback with Kuopio, Shuari Aurai, is really impressed me, quite honestly. His positional play has been excellent and sound. He's a good counter-attacker. He's spotting space on the field. I would get the ball into his hands more if I would say Kuopio.
Yeah, he's doing a really nice job. He's finding the space, but he's also signaling to the Warriors a little bit where they might kick the ball, and yet he's there to catch it every time. He's doing a really nice job covering his territory defensively and kind of.
Shure Aurai, I'm pretty sure it's not a Finnish name. I think this is a gentleman who has obviously been playing rugby outside of Finland. So middle of the park once again, and missed line out for a little period of time. Warriors now with an opportunity maybe to get the ball through their hands and to establish a bit of territory.
So this is an interesting moment in the game for Kuopio. This is where you like to see a team get and say, you know what, some things we're going to do a little differently. Some things we can do a little better here. Let's see what we made of today. Let's win the next 10 minutes. Let's win the next 15 minutes. Let's do what we're capable of. And these are tough guys, and I think they're going to bounce back. You don't get to play on this field at this level if you have a lot of quitting here. Like you just don't stay with the game that long. So oftentimes you'll see, even when the score is not where we want it to be, folks really dig their heels in and redouble their efforts in the second half of the game.
Yeah, I think a 10% increase in defensive lines from Kuopio, as you've seen, is going to put pressure on and is possibly going to create some more unforced errors. If they can do that for a little period of time now, swing the possession back in their favour, then they can get the ball in hand. But there was, looks like maybe an offside there from the scrum half, maybe being a bit too eager to get around. And once again, the Warriors are going to clear from Thomas Finnock. Nice low kick in the conditions.
So if you're chatting with a member of the opposition, you kind of explain what he did that just, in a legal way, tricked his opposition. He wasn't going for the ball, but he got played and he didn't have. Someone got a little anxious and tried to anticipate what Joe's going to grab the ball to pass it out. So he got played without the ball. That's a
Warriors have not been committing numbers to the line out quite often this game. Another 5-man and another maul. I don't know why the Kuopio guys just don't add more guys to the maul. Yeah, exactly.
well, they did that time, which was the right move for them. However, the ball goes to ground, and it's now a ruck, all out.
Slightly forward from my angle that, and there's a knock on there from Santi. Santi. On the wing, ambitious, but again, maybe a little bit on the risk side, a ball like that in these conditions. So, once again, the ball gets back into Kuopio's hands. I don't know about you, but I'm a little bit chilly.
Well, June in Chicago is a little different than Finland. Certainly knows.
Yeah.
Okay, another scrum. It's hard to really tell what's going on from this far away when it's from on the other side of the pitch. But it seems like a real back and forth battle because in any given scrum, one side can march the other side backwards significantly. So that one, the scrum didn't move at all. Clean ball out, makes the goal line. Not the cleanest offload, but play on.
Kuopio 9 is putting his back line under a bit of pressure by running to a few paces before passing, which means, yeah, he needs to release earlier or even get the 10 to stand a little bit closer if he's not comfortable passing that distance.
That's better.
Yeah, Matti with a typically tenacious run there. Matti Keronen throws the ball back to the cycle, and Kuopio making an effort to establish a bit of momentum, but the ball goes loose and Tim Gilbert recycles. Knock on there. Yeah, Mikko Korendal is coming off with Iiro Uotila, the vegan heathen, coming on to replace him.
That man is a vegan?
I think he's agnostic actually.
It's an interesting switch in terminology.
He's an agnostic vegan. He's not sure if he believes in it or not, to be honest. But yes, he has been a vegetarian and a vegan in the past. But he also likes KFC, so I think he's hedging his bets.
Well, KFC is a cool mistress, as the Warriors' social feed clearly indicates when they open the shop in town.
Let's see what happens in the scrum then. Sometimes the dynamics work in favour, sometimes not. That's a good drive against the Kuopio. We seem to be getting underneath the Warriors' foot right. Yeah, shipping the ball, Tumpy taking it flat and finding space. And now he passes, and Santori is met with significant resistance there.
4 defenders to hustle him into touch. That was well done. And cleanly played. Now we just saw something happen after that tackle. Santi was a little frustrated by how the play worked out. The opposing player, number 7, who tackled him, waved at him to basically say, "Hey man, I know I tackled you out of bounds line, but I wasn't trying to do anything I wasn't supposed to." And that's a gesture of respect. Santi understood that and said, "No, that's not what I was on." You don't get that in other games. People get in each other's faces. This is a game of respect, of people who do hard things with and to each other.
Once again,
With respect.
yes, I believe respect is the reason why that turned into a penalty there. There might have been some chatting going on.
Lack of respect in that case, but not in the exchange that we were talking about.
And the Warriors up to take the ball up, and it's a turn. It's a try. It's a try. Absolutely Sinataro Nunez with another 90-meter dash, weaving through the defenders. Spectacular finish there at the end. One-handed in the corner, I believe. at this point, if you were Kuopio, what would you focus on for the next 5 minutes?
Keep your head up. You don't know every night. It's difficult when it's not going well for you. But that's okay. That happens. So they have to focus on their jobs. They have to do what they know how to do. And they have to dig deep and do their best. Some days you best needs to win. Some days you best doesn't.
I totally agree, and I think that it starts with possession now. Try and keep hold of that ball for 5 minutes. If you're in defence, really big effort now on a defensive push to win some turnovers. Get yourself in the right part of the field.
Yeah, I think Kuopio has simplified their attack a little bit, and they have done pretty well with possession. They've been able to get a couple more phases together, a little more frequently. But they just really need to focus on clean ball handling and not giving the ball away. Similarly, I think the Warriors would do well to simplify their game a little bit and not do quite so much of the fancy stuff.
Okay, pretty long clearance there. Kick-off, sorry, Koski throwing the dummy. And actually releasing Anthony. A little bit excited there with the pass, I would say. Santi couldn't have his hands at the catch as well, but now there's a turnover ball. This is exactly what Kuopio want, and a good straight carry there from Aussie, running over the top of Juha. And we are coming back for an initial knock-on.
Yeah, so that was all advantage play because
there was something there in that phase from Kuopio. They turned over, they moved the ball a bit faster, and a bit good aggressive carry from Aussie got him over the game line.
Yeah, pretty well done.
Looks like Travis Bickle, Seppo Dolan is looking to come onto the field for the Warriors at number 16. Atsu is coming off after a good 60 minutes there, as well as Santani to Yiri. I need to remember how to say his last name. The 19-year-old young gun is coming on for the Warriors. Good service there, under pressure from Pierre, and that's a great angle from Lille. Could be disrupting again, but good solid running onto the ball has given Kuopio an advantage here in momentum. Matti Kerinen getting to the forefoot. He's running a bit high then, he's got to keep his body angle low, but another big man on the ball and running it to fly half. I believe the Kuopio man went off his feet at that rut, and that resulted in a penalty, and Kumpy now trying to get some momentum in the game, but Kosti, unfortunately, number 7, Escola, not producing the hands that we expect from a man of his caliber. As my my brother would say, I'm allowed to say that he has hands like feet. Or hands like an orangutan's foot. But he won't mind me saying that because I know he knows that I appreciate his skill levels.
Okay, here's another scrum. We can't see very clearly what's going on.
Pick up something different. Oh, well played there from the Kuopio 9. To be honest, I think Pierre's offside. The Warriors number 9, I believe, is actually blatantly offside. At this point, he's pretty much standing in the channel before the Kuopio scrum half is passing. So,
you make an interesting point. So, Kuopio scrum half seems to be perhaps a little new to that position. He's making it easier for Pierre to defend against him by not passing the ball as soon as he touches it, not trying to start his pass as soon as he grabs the ball. He's standing up. That
good attacking opportunity here, good pass. I tell you what, I think they're in. Are they in? Oh, it's a good defensive cover there from the Warriors, but he seems to have got the ball away again. About 5 metres out, and the Warriors came in on defence. Lamy trying to play quickly, but we
So
are...
that is not a mile.
Okay, time off now. Maybe a bit winded in the tackle. Unfortunately, there's no instant replays here, so we can't really see what happened, but looks like he might
I believe he was running
need a
with
bit
the
of
ball,
attention.
and right when he released it, he made a good pass. But that can have a cost on this game. It looks like he got hit firmly and cleanly, but perhaps he didn't have his arm down, so he caught that in the legs, which can do a lot more than just take the wind out of it. Especially if it's not serious and just take a big shot. Now that was probably the best bit of offense we've seen from those guys. That was not one smart player exploiting a little space and making a big game. That was the team moving together, getting numbers out into space, passing the ball cleanly, and moving up the field. That was 4 phases where they went forward. In the last one, a couple of nice moves as the Warriors defense was trying to get in place. I think they had numbers on the Warriors, so the Warriors were going with a softer defense instead of giving a little more ground because they had to keep it up in order to force the ball closer to the sideline to give everybody else time. And the cavalry did arrive about 15 meters off from the try line where the tackle was made and the rest of the forward.
Yeah, exactly. Mike Carrinan, once again, good aggressive carries and getting the ball away while sucking in 3 Warriors defenders. And there was a great long passing catch out on the wing from the Kuopio boys. Looks like that might be a head injury. The Mika Littmanen is pretty unsteady on his feet there. I hope he's okay. He's in good hands. They're gonna look after him now. But Warriors clear a little bit up the field now, and you have another defensive line in it. Looks like reduced numbers once again with 5-man line out. The Warriors are all walking in as they have done all game, and nice clean service there, given front football and very close to being regathered there. Yuri with a good pass, and now Lamy has to stay in the field and look to support. It's a good bit of defensive play there from Kuopio. Jules, lucky not to be penalised because he came in off his feet there, the Warriors number 20. But there was another infringement which looks like maybe entering, not rolling away from the tackle, so basically being on the floor in the wrong spot from the Kuopio defenders.
Yeah, so excellent run by Lamy. He was curving out towards the sideline and knew that the defenders were coming at him, so they could push him out of bounds, turn over the black. Obviously he wanted to avoid that, so he made a hard cut and he moved back in near the other 2 players that were running by him, so when he got tackled, they could support him. And that's why the Warriors kept that possession. Yeah, not just running, looking after the ball until they tackle.
Yeah, that was smart play. He's a wily old veteran, Lamy. He's in his 5th decade. He would really appreciate me telling everybody that he's that old. But he still looks like a bloody action hero, so I can't complain really. Once again, the Warriors going for this 5-man option, walking into the line out, and Yoga Jesus levitates to grab the ball. Nicely positioned at the back. Answers taking a risk and actually going for the line himself. Not the wisest move necessarily, because he didn't have the support. Hemet going over and storms the try with a quick little cycle.
Yeah, another excellent line out. Typically when you're that close to the line, you keep the big guys close together and you run short little stabs. Make a meter, make half a meter, don't make any meters. Keep pounding until you find that sliver of space to take the big guy. Later in the game, when everybody's a little tired, sometimes there's quite a bit more space. The defense isn't set for that. That hardest meter to make kind of defense, so there can be some opportunity. And a hooker doesn't always get a chance to run across the line like that, so it's understandable that when somebody's too spaced, they decide to give it away.
Yeah, the body angles could have been better, quite honestly, from Warriors and Kuopio there. They were a little bit upright both, and Henne, who is pretty fresh, had the strength to actually readjust when he took the contact. And that's still a little bit wide, but at this point, not really going to impact the score that Thomas Finland. But yes, I would like Kuopio. I hope Kuopio now can establish a good position from this kickoff, maybe keeping it short. That's when they had success in the first half, which would then give their big men a chance now to run at the Warriors and try and disrupt and regain possession. It's a decent kick, once again straight to Thomas Finland, who's putting it into his face, keeping it in field, and excellent play under pressure again from the Kuopio fullback, who draws and passes. Very impressed with him today. And really tough in the contest for the ball there, but Kuopio get it back. Now they have to avoid that, which is standing flat, running onto the ball, and
a penalty as well.
Yeah. I understand what the point was there, that was trying to give and go, but that's a really hard thing to do on slow ball circumstances. Warriors trying to keep the pace up again. Costi with a good tackle, a good carry going through. Yeah, looking to move the ball onto Urho to left.
Short ball phases.
Yeah, I would say
that was a passing error.
It was a passing error, but also Matti Kerronen, the Kuopio open side, did well to pull out of that tackle because he was trying to introduce himself to the Warriors boys' kidneys. And he decided that now was not the right opportunity.
Yeah, now in the phase before the turnover, we had a nice kick, we had some very nice ball handling by the fullback, and we had a wing running to a puck, which is not what the guys on the outside like to do. But those were really nice phases by the visiting team. We just weren't quite able to avoid the penalty in the end, but that looked like inspired, well-connected play where everybody was doing what they were supposed to do. They were making some yards, and unfortunately there was an infringement that slowed them down.
Yeah, Warriors quite over-reliant on Tunku to make things happen when bad ball comes. Again, that was a flat ball and Tunku had to find space for the kick. Tunku with a good turnover, running forward, and he was looking for options there. Looking for options. Now, a little bit of inexperience from the Warriors guys, but if one of the guys had cut an angle and actually run onto the ball, Tunku's would have given them the ball and that would have made the try.
A player that is as elusive and has so many tricks in his bag as Tunku is pretty hard to support because you just don't know what he's going to do because he can literally do anything. So I have a little sympathy for those that are trying to run in support with him because it's just really hard to anticipate what he might do. And the way to solve that kind of problem is you just play with somebody enough until you start to understand what they want and what they're willing to do with the ball. And they're might be in trouble here.
Oh, and that's everyone's on side. Everybody is on side. Clapping when they were offside. Now, this should go. Oh, well, okay,
yeah, I think you hang on to that ball and try and get in. 4 players on the outside that should be trying to what? Just based on numbers.
I agree, but I have to say, if you didn't score that, I would be
Extremely critical of the runner.
I would be moving him to the top of the fines list post game if he hadn't scored. So good that he did.
Yeah, there were a couple of things there that body communication. Yeah, that's a whistle.
All right, full time here then at the Myllypuro Thunderdome, quite literally today. That is a 43 points to 3 victory to the Warriors in quite tricky conditions. Kuopio showed some flashes of good play, very solid in the scrum as per usual. Some good play from their number 13, Ville Rönke, the number 15, who impressed me greatly today, and Matti Kärnen. Osiaro put in some good hits, but overall, I would say the slightly more slick skills across, in terms of moving the ball across the back line, speed of service from scrum half, and playing the conditions, especially from the line out there, brought the Warriors home.
Yeah, I think so. Our visiting team today, to me, played with an awful lot of heart. In spite of the fact that the day was not going their way, they here and there throughout the course of the game found a way to tighten up a couple of different things that they were doing, make some adjustments, and they just stayed here to do their work. So huge respect to those guys for continuing to find a way to compete a little better throughout the whole course of the game. The last 10 minutes of this game was the best 10 minutes they played. So that takes a lot of mental fortitude to be able to do that. Lousy weather day, and the scoreboard's not treating you very well. So well done to those gentlemen for digging deep and playing the best 10 minutes of their last game.
Now, there's the teams lined up for the traditional post-match can line as you know, as showgirls. Maybe no high kicks today. Heart with heart being one of the big things here from both sides. The thing which is very close to your heart is your stomach, and you need to fill your stomach with things. And I once again want to refer to today's matchday sponsor, the Warriors Kickside Cafe. When it comes to filling your stomach with things which are warm, hot, and they're cold, they're yes and they're no, they're in and they're out, they're up and they're down, I would get yourselves over to the Warriors Cafe. Every single penny spent at the Warriors Cafe goes to some place for some reason. Most likely to cover the cost of the food, but maybe also, I don't know, to support junior rugby. Please quote Warriors10 code at the cafe for a 0% discount on all purchases. Back to the show.
Yeah, I think some coffee would be great at this point because it's fairly miserable weather.
Yeah.
So another thing we're witnessing is heartfelt respect and admiration for the other guys. I think everybody on the pitch today has been on either side of that scoreboard and knows what it takes to continue to fight really hard and to do the best and to find a way to play another few minutes of rugby better than the last. And you see that as people have played against each other a lot, and even if you know each other, they offer that respect to each other. And they don't see that in softball. You know?